Jai Hind dear students, I am your science teacher Dr. Preeti Mittal and we are studying a very interesting chapter from physics part of class 9th, that is force and laws of motion. In this chapter, we have already covered the general explanation, then we have seen about the Newton's first law and the second law. And today we are going to discuss the Newton's third law of motion. It's again a very interesting law and one of the favorites of all the students. So let's discuss the Newton's third law of motion. According to Newton's third law of motion, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. That means whenever a force is applied by one object on the second object also applies an equal amount of force on the first. That means whenever force is applied by one object on second object, the second object also applies the same amount of force on the first object, and that is definitely in the opposite direction. मीन्स जब एक ऑब्जेक्ट दूसरे ऑब्जेक्ट पे फोर्स अप्लाई करता है तो सेकेंड ऑब्जेक्ट भी फर्स्ट ऑब्जेक्ट पे इक्वल अमाउंट ऑफ फोर्स अप्लाई करता है. ये फोर्सेस इक्वल हैं, मतलब एग्जैक्टली सेम मैग्नीट्यूड है. अगर एक फोर्स 5 न्यूटन का है तो दूसरा फोर्स भी 5 न्यूटन का ही है. मीन्स दे आर इक्वल इन मैग्नीट्यूड, दे आर ऑपोजिट इन डायरेक्शन ऑल्सो. मीन्स अगर एक फोर्स का डायरेक्शन टूवर्ड्स राइट है तो सेकेंड फोर्स का डायरेक्शन ऑपोजिट दैट इज टूवर्ड्स द लेफ्ट होगा. तो ये फोर्सेस हमेशा पेयर्स में एक्ट करेंगे. दे आर ऑलवेज इक्वल इन मैग्नीट्यूड, दे आर ऑलवेज ऑपोजिट इन डायरेक्शन. But one thing that should be very much clear to you all is these forces are not going to cancel out each other. अब आप बोलोगे मैम इक्वल फोर्सेस हैं, ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन है, तो फिर ये एक दूसरे को कैंसिल आउट क्यों नहीं कर रहे? ये दूसरे को कैंसिल आउट नहीं कर रहे बिकॉज दे आर एक्टिंग ऑन डिफरेंट ऑब्जेक्ट्स. When one object is applying the force on the second object is applying the force on the first object. मीन्स अगर एक फोर्स ऑब्जेक्ट 1 पर लग रहा है तो दूसरा फोर्स ऑब्जेक्ट 2 पर लग रहा है, क्योंकि ये फोर्सेस डिफरेंट डिफरेंट ऑब्जेक्ट्स पर एक्ट कर रहे हैं. दैट इज व्हाई दे डू नॉट कैंसल आउट ईच अदर. Okay, so in exams you could be asked that they are equal in magnitude, they are opposite in direction. Still, why don't these forces cancel out each other? Okay, so remember these are acting on two different objects and that is why they do not cancel each other. अगर एक ही बॉक्स पर दो ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शंस में फोर्स अप्लाई होता है एंड दैट इज इक्वल इन मैग्नीट्यूड, तो ये दोनों फोर्सेस एक दूसरे को कैंसिल आउट कर देंगे. बट अगर दो डिफरेंट बॉक्सेस हैं, दोनों पर फोर्स अप्लाई हो रहा है, चाहे वो फोर्स इक्वल हो, ऑपोजिट इन डायरेक्शन भी हो, तो भी कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. बोथ द बॉक्सेस आर गोइंग टू मूव इन द ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शंस because the two forces are not acting on the same object. Okay, so we have discussed one of the probable questions from your exams. Next, we are going to talk about many examples related to the Newton's third law of motion. You will feel that this chapter is like a pitara of examples. There are so many examples for each and every law. For first law, we have seen so many examples. For second law also, we have seen some of the examples. And now comes the third law, which is all about examples only. So one by one, we are going to discuss many examples related to this law. Okay. So first example, you must have seen a rocket propulsion. And you must have noticed when a rocket is getting propelled, a lot of gases are escaping out from it. These gases push the earth in the downward direction. And when these gases are pushing the earth in the downward direction, the earth is going to push the rocket in the upward direction. And because of that only, a rocket is able to propel in the upward direction. Okay. So when gases are escaping out from a rocket, that force applied by these gases is known as action, and the earth is applying the force on the rocket in the upward direction, that is known as reaction. So action will be equal to the reaction force. Okay. Now moving on to the next example. Similar example number 2. If whenever you see a helicopter taking off, So when a helicopter takes off, its wings are going to rotate. That pushes the air in the downward direction. And the earth pushes the helicopter in the upward direction. And that is why it is able to move in the upward direction. Okay. Coming to example number 3. Whenever you are swimming or rowing a boat. So let's first talk about swimming. So whenever a person is swimming, the person pushes the water in the backward direction. When a swimmer is pushing the water in the backward direction, the water pushes that person in the forward direction. And that is why the person is able to move forward. Okay. Coming to the next example, that is similar one, and that is about a boat. Instead of swimmer, now we are talking about a boat. So when someone is rowing a boat, we row the boat in the backward direction. But when we row the boat in the backward direction, the water pushes the boat in the forward direction. And that is why the boat is able to move in the forward direction. Isn't that interesting? Okay. One more example. Okay, we have many examples related to this law. So let's see about the next example. That is, whenever we walk, we push the earth in the backward direction, and the earth pushes us in the forward direction, and that is why we are able to move forward. Okay, we never come to realize that, but my next example will definitely make you realize this finding. Okay, so whenever you are moving, you push the earth in the backward direction and the earth pushes you in the forward direction, and that is why we are able to move forwards. Okay, next time you move, just try to think that you are actually pushing the earth in the backward direction. But the next example will definitely make this example even more clear. So let's talk about getting down from a boat. So when you are stepping down from a boat, you push the boat in the backward direction. And that is why डर भी लगता है when you are getting down from a boat, because when you are getting down from the boat, you push the boat in the backward direction. The boat pushes you in the forward direction, but in that attempt, the boat also moves backward, and that is why you feel some a bit dread of that. Okay, डर लगता है थोड़ा सा boat के उतरते time, because as soon as you step forward, the boat is going to move in the backward direction. Okay, but earth backward direction में क्यों नहीं move हुआ? आपने उस पे same force apply किया, because mass of earth is too big. तो बहुत ज्यादा मास होने की वजह से आपने उतना ही फोर्स अर्थ पर भी लगाया, पर अर्थ बैकवर्ड डायरेक्शन में पुश नहीं हुआ क्योंकि अर्थ का मास बहुत ज्यादा है. ओके ओके. Coming to one more example, the next example, it's about firing a bullet from a gun. So when a gun is firing a bullet, then the gun applies a force on the bullet that helps the bullet to move in the forward direction. But the same amount of force is applied by the bullet also in the backward direction on the gun. And that is why, just to observe someone firing a bullet, you will find that whenever someone fires a bullet, the person's hand also moves in the backward direction. That is because of the reason that the bullet is also pushing the gun in the backward direction. तो जब bullet को gun push कर रही है forward direction में, at the same time bullet भी gun को backward direction में force apply कर रही है, and that is why the person hands who is moving the bullet, who is holding that gun, moves in the backward direction, and that is known as recoiling of the gun. So remember, you could be asked in your exams, explain the recoiling of the gun. So you have to explain that when the force is applied by the gun on the bullet, the same amount of force is applied by the bullet on the gun also. But बच्चों, I would like to ask you one question. बुलेट में तो इतना सारा एक्सेलरेशन होता है, बट गन में इतना सा एक्सेलरेशन क्यों है? गन इतना सा ही पीछे क्यों मूव करी? Remember, because force applied by the bullet on the gun and the force applied by the gun on the bullet are equal and opposite. But force का formula होता है mass into acceleration. So mass of the bullet multiplied by acceleration of the bullet will be equal to mass of the gun multiplied by acceleration of the gun. And so क्योंकि बुलेट का मास बहुत कम होता है, इट्स जस्ट 10 to 20 ग्राम्स, 10-20 ग्राम्स मास होता है किसी बुलेट का। और गन का मास हमेशा हेवी रखा जाता है, सो दैट जो एक्सेलरेशन हो गन में वो बहुत कम हो। बुलेट में एक्सेलरेशन बहुत ज़्यादा होगा क्योंकि बुलेट का मास बहुत कम है, तो वो बहुत ज़्यादा एक्सेलरेशन हो जाएगा। बट सेम फोर्स से गन का एक्सेलरेशन बहुत ही कम होगा क्योंकि गन का मास बहुत ज़्यादा है। Okay, we will also solve out some numericals based on this concept. So it's a very important example. Don't ever forget that. Recoiling of gun. Okay, I hope that is clear to you all. Next example is whenever a bird has to take off, then that bird flaps its wings in the downward direction. When the bird flaps its wings in the downward direction, the earth pushes the bird in the upward direction. And that is why the bird is able to move in the upward direction and take off for its flight. Okay. Next example is about a fireman. That's a very important example, very important for your exams. So, जब भी कोई फायरमैन किसी कहीं पे आग लगी है उसको बुझाते हैं, सो दे थ्रो वाटर ओवर दैट विद बिग बिग पाइप्स, एंड दैट बिग पाइप्स थ्रू विच द वाटर इज थ्रोन ऑन द बिल्डिंग्स और ऑन द हाउसेस जहाँ पर भी फायर लगी है, दैट इज नोन एज हुज। तो आपसे पूछा जाता है एग्जाम्स में दैट व्हाई इज इट डिफिकल्ट फॉर द फायरमैन टू होल्ड दैट हुज। So the answer for that is that when the water is coming out from the hose, that is coming out with great force, and that water will be applying a same amount of force on the hands of the fireman who is holding the hose, and that will be in the backward direction. So it becomes very difficult for the fireman to hold that hose. Okay, जब पानी आगे की तरफ मूव कर रहा है तो वो पानी पीछे की तरफ फायरमैन के ऊपर भी फोर्स अप्लाई कर रहा है, और उस वजह से इट बिकम्स वेरी वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर द फायरमैन to hold that hose. Okay, now coming to the next example. Whenever you are playing with a ball and you throw a ball in the downward direction, वो अर्थ से टकराती है और वापस बाउंस अप करती है। ऐसा क्यों हुआ? क्योंकि when you are throwing the ball in the downward direction, that ball is applying some force on the earth. The same amount of force will be applied by the earth on the ball in the upward direction, and that is why the ball is going to bounce back in the upward direction. Okay, तो जब भी आप बॉल को से प्ले करते हो and you are throwing the ball in the downward direction, that ball is applying a force in the downward direction, and the earth is applying a same amount of force on the ball in the upward direction, and that is why your ball is able to bounce back upwards. Okay, so these were many examples related to the Newton's third law of motion. In your exams, when questions come related to Newton's laws, after reading the complete chapter, you have seen so many examples. So in your exams, the questions can come related to any of the laws. In your exams, the questions related to the three laws of motion can come, and you could be given any of the examples, either from the first law, second law, or third law. And you could be asked to reason it out with reference to the law that explains that example. Okay. So suppose अगर आपसे पूछा जाता है कि why does an athlete runs before doing a high jump or a long jump? तो एथलीट क्यों भागता है? टू गेन दैट इनर्शिया ऑफ मोशन, दैट इज रिलेटेड टू द फर्स्ट लॉ। फिर आपसे पूछा जाएगा कि एथलीट किसी कुशन बेड पे ही क्यों फॉल होता है? बिकॉज कुशन बेड पे जब अगर फॉल होगा तो वो टाइम ड्यूरेशन इंक्रीज हो जाएगा, और टाइम ड्यूरेशन इंक्रीज होते ही फोर्स अप्लाइड ऑन द एथलीट विल बी डिक्रीजिंग, एंड दैट इज रिलेटेड टू द सेकेंड लॉ। ओके, तो आपको सारे एग्जाम्पल्स पढ़ने के बाद ध्यान रखना होगा कि ये किस लॉ से रिलेटेड है। अगर आपसे पूछा जाता है कि रॉकेट प्रोपेल्शन के पीछे क्या प्रिंसिपल है, सो यू विल से दैट इट इज रिलेटेड टू द न्यूटन्स थर्ड लॉ ऑफ मोशन, एंड व्हेन द गैस इज कमिंग आउट ऑफ द रॉकेट just pushes the earth in the downward direction, the rocket is pushed by the earth in the upward direction, and that is why it is able to move upwards. Okay, so you have to remember all these examples and you should be having a concept clarity. अगर आपके concepts clear हैं तो रटने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है, बस आपको ध्यान रहेगा that why that particular thing is happening. Okay, similarly अगर जो मैंने examples बताए हैं उसके अलावा भी कोई examples आ जाते हैं न्यूटन थर्ड लॉ ऑफ मोशन से related, then also you will be able to figure out the reason. Suppose I ask you that why an aeroplane is able to move in the forward direction. So, like a swimmer, same principle is there with an aeroplane also. जब एरोप्लेन फॉरवर्ड डायरेक्शन में मूव करता है तो वो एयर को बैकवर्ड डायरेक्शन में पुश करता है एंड दैट इज व्हाई द एयर pushes the aeroplane in the forward direction. And by that, we can reason out any of the examples that could be asked in your exams. One more example let me share with you. For example, a book is kept on a table. Then that book applies a force in the downward direction on the table. The same amount of force is applied by the table on the book in the upward direction. And that makes the book stable on that table. Okay? Do you want to know one more very interesting thing? When someone slaps you, you slap that person back. That is not related to action and reaction. That is not an example of Newton's third law of motion. But when someone slaps you on your face, your cheeks also applies the same amount of force on the person's hand. और इसलिए जो आपकी पिटाई करेगा उसके भी हाथ लाल हो जाएंगे, उस पे भी फोर्स अप्लाई कर रहे हैं आपके चीक. सो योर चीक आपका बदला ले रहे हैं एंड योर चीक आर अप्लाइंग अ सेम अमाउंट ऑफ फोर्स on the person who is slapping you. Okay, so that's all about many examples of Newton's third law of motion. I hope you find this video to be really interesting, and usually the students find this law to be the best because it's easier to explain that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. With that, that's all for today. Take care of yourselves and have a nice day.